kinetic energy. So I'm writing the shortcut here. Okay. Kinetic energy of a rotating body. Okay. Now identify here we are referring the kinetic energy and the body should be rotating. So consider whenever here the concept is there means it is a rigid body. It is a rigid body. Okay. Now what actually the concept we are going to see. So here the rigid body means it is a solid body and the points if you are considering somewhere somewhat like this, if this is a body here some random, okay, then here there are some number of particles are there. Okay. Now if you consider any particle, okay, and the distance between any two particles, it will remain same. If suppose here the distance is some 2 centimeters, okay, it will remain same. It will not change. Okay. Now if you go with this particle here, if this is some 5 centimeters distance, it will remain same even though the object is moving here. Okay. So that gives the rigid body here. If there is no deformation, okay, ideally we consider it as a rigid body, even the forces are acting, even though it is moving. Okay. So that is the thing we are going to see here. We are considering the rigid body under rotation. And thereafter we will see what is the expression for the kinetic energy. Now initially you can identify we got the linear velocity, okay, in the previous expressions. Here we got, okay, the linear velocity is v and the angular velocity is omega, and the relation between these two we got this as v equals to r omega. Okay, you need to identify and you need to remember this. So v is a linear velocity and omega is the angular velocity and r is the radius of that particular circular motion, or else it is a position of the particle from the center of the object or else the axis. How can you identify this? Let us go with the diagram. I will take a circular diagram. Okay. Now here, okay. Now how can you identify here? Here this is the center of the particle and somewhere this is the axis. Okay. Throughout this axis, this object is going to rotate. Okay. So if you can go with this has the y-axis and this has the x-axis. So here the angle should be 90 degrees. So if this is x and this is y, and in this plane the object is going to rotate somewhat like this. Okay, it is going to rotate around this. So y remains constant and this is the axis of rotation. This is the axis of rotation here. Now the distance from this origin to this side, okay, this is r, and it is going to be considered as it is moving with some angular velocity omega. Okay, so that's what the reason. If you are considering the particle is moving in the straight line, you are getting the concept as a linear velocity. Now the particle is moving in the circular path. So now here the velocity should be considered as omega. Okay, and the distance here from the point of the axis to the position here, you are considering it as some r. So you multiply r here and omega, then you will get the linear velocity. Now, initially, we know that the kinetic energy of a particle, okay, let us go with the particle. Now, regarding the particle, the kinetic energy can be given as, can you give the expression here? What is the expression for kinetic energy? According to your intermediate standard.
E equal to half omega
Half,
square, sir.
no. Regarding your previous intermediate concept, kinetic energy can be given as half mv square. Okay, half mv square will be the half mv square is the expression for the kinetic energy. Now we are seeing about the rigid body. Okay, So now we are going to modify this particular expression here. So how you are going to modify this? So I will take the same expression, I mean the explanation here. So consider a rigid body is there. Okay. Now here some number of particles are there inside this. Now consider one of the particle. Let us take one particle. Okay. Now you measure the distance between these two. This as r. Okay. Now consider this as particle number 1. Particle number 1 here. Now this particle, okay, this particle is having some mass. Okay. Consider the mass as m1 for this particle. And here the distance is considered as it is a first particle. So consider it as r1. Now second particle, if I go with the second particle, it is somewhere here. Okay. And the particle mass is some m2. And the position here from the origin, it will not be r1. Okay, it will not be r1 because here this is larger. Okay, if you measure here, this will be larger than this. So I will go with this as r2. Okay, so here the distance has been changed regarding the particle position, and the mass of the particle may be changing. Okay, now you need to identify that different particles may have different masses. Okay, and here the position will give the changing r here. R will not be same for all the particles. It will change depending on the position. So here we are considering two particles. The first particle is having mass m1 and the position of the particle is giving r1. And the second particle is m2 having mass m2 and the position is giving it as r2. Now let us go with the kinetic energy expression here. Okay. Now this is for the particle 1 and this will be for the particle number 2. Now for particle number 1, let us go identify this particle, particle 1. Okay. Now what is the kinetic energy of this particle? Kinetic energy of particle number 1. Particle 1. Now can you give the expression now? Anyone? So what actually here the kinetic energy is given as half mv square. Okay. Now you are going to replace here half. So regarding the first particle, what is the mass here? It is m1. And what was the position you got? r1. Okay. Now you replace m here with m1. The particle of first. Okay. Now here regarding v, we got the expression. There is a relation here omega, r omega. Okay. Now regarding the first particle, v1 will be the velocity, and here r1 is the position, and omega will remain same. Omega will remain same because it is there on the same object. Okay, it is there on the same object. So here this object is rotating. Let me take with another color. I will change the color here. Let me go with this. So here this object is rotating, the rigid body is rotating with some angular velocity omega. So omega will remain same. Okay. So here the omega, wherever you will get omega, we will write only omega. Okay. Now here, complete the expression here. What we will write?
Half m1 r1
Okay.
omega whole square.
Okay, r1 omega whole square. So this can be given as half m1 r1 square omega square. Okay.
Omega square.
Now, okay. Now here this is the kinetic energy of particle 1, first particle. Now let us write the expression for particle number 2. Kinetic energy of particle 2. Particle 2. Now what actually regarding particle 2, what is the information given here? So m2 is a mass, okay, and r2 is a position. So now what we are going to write here? Can you complete the expression here?
Half m.
Okay, half
k equal to half m2
m2. Okay, m2
r2
r2
square omega square.
okay,
r2
r2
square
square
omega square.
omega square. Okay, so here we got the expressions, and these two expressions are different. Okay, because m1 is different and m2 is different. R1 and R2 are different. So these are the kinetic energy of only two particles. But initially what we had seen, a rigid body is there, okay, with some number of particles. Large number of particles are there inside this. Okay. So now we will take the third expression. Okay. Now we will take this. Now what we will say here, let me go with this. Okay, now let us go with like this. Okay, the total kinetic energy. Okay, considering the rigid body of the rigid body. Okay, so under this particular rigid body, you are having large number of particles. So total means if you are having only two particles, what you can write here, only for two particles, there what you will write, the total will be the sum of these two, 1 and 2. Okay, so then here what you will write, if there are only two particles, రెండు particles ఏ ఉంటే ఏం రాస్తారు, half m1 r1 square omega square, okay,
Half
plus
omega square common, sir.
m2 r2 square
Sir, half
omega
omega
square.
square common తీసుకొని
ఓకే, దాంట్లో కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ తీసుకొని మీరు రాసుకుంటారు అంతే కదా. సో నౌ హియర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు రిపీట్, ఓకే, విత్ లార్జ్ నెంబర్. Okay, now let us see here. Now if there are large number of particles, దీన్ని కంటిన్యూ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలి. సపోజ్ 3 particles ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, m3 r3 square omega square. Okay, this will continue for the number of particles, whatever the number is there, it will go on like this. Now the same thing here, the total kinetic energy of the rigid body, the total kinetic energy, we are going to give the same thing here. So half m1 r1 square omega plus half m2 r2 square omega. Okay, so like this it will go on. So now we are going to rewrite the expression here. We will rewrite the expression and we will give a short equation for this. Okay, we will rearrange these things.
omega square no sir.
Okay, omega square should be there. Okay, square. Okay, now let us get the resultant expression here. Now take out the common factor here. Half is common and omega square is common.
Omega
So,
square is
okay, now half omega square I will take out, and here I will write m1 r1 square,
m1 r1
okay, m2 r2
m2
square,
r2 square.
and so on. Okay, now here how can we replace this particular entire repetition? Simply we can write this as sum. Okay, you are adding all these things, so you can add, and you can write this as omega square, and here simply you can write this as summation m r square. Can we write like this or not? ఇలా రాయొచ్చు కదా.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes sir, right sir.
Okay, now here what we are going to get the resultant expression. Let us see. Okay, now here what we are going to do, we will replace this particular factor, this factor here, as I, this factor as I. Okay, now what actually I means? I is a moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. Okay, of a rigid body rotating about a fixed axis. Okay, what is the reason here? we had considered some object, okay, rigid body, and it is rotating about this particular point. If this is the center here, okay, it is rotating about this center point here, or this axis here, okay. The fixed axis. Now we will rewrite the expression here. This as half I. I'm writing this as I.
Omega square I.
Omega square. Okay,
Omega
I am
square.
just rewriting that. Okay, so this is a total kinetic energy of the rigid body. Okay, so that is the thing you need to identify here. We are giving this expression here. This as the total kinetic energy equals to this. Okay. Okay, see, this is the expression. So we will write as the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy in cells, the total kinetic energy of the rigid body. Okay, now you need to identify the conclusion with comparison. Okay, what is the comparison here means regarding the kinetic energy, we are giving the half mv square as the expression previously, and now we are writing the expression as half I omega square. Now if you compare this, okay, and this, okay, now here instead of m, we are replacing it as I, and instead of v square, okay, we are replacing it as omega square. Okay, so these points we need to mention in the concept also, just for identity, what you had understood, those things you need to identify and you need to mention. Okay, so those things you can see here. The expression is similar to the kinetic energy of a body in the translation motion. If you are considering this, okay, it gives a translation motion or the linear motion. Okay, so this is the expression of kinetic energy in the translation motion. If you are considering the rigid body, we are considering it as a translation motion. If you are considering the particles, then it will be the linear motion. Okay, so this is for the translation motion. If you are considering this as a rigid body. Okay, now here this is for the rigid body under rotation. If you are going with the rotational motion. Okay, so what we had replaced here, m is replaced by I, and v or v square is replaced by omega square. So those things you need to write in the text. Okay, so this is about the kinetic energy of the rigid body. So let me repeat the points here what we had seen regarding the rigid body. So we are going with the kinetic energy calculation here. We are considering the rigid body. So there you are having large number of particles. Okay, and regarding the linear velocity, we got v equals to r omega. So regarding the rotational motion, you can consider here a particle is there somewhat. Okay, the particle is there on this particular rigid body. So the rigid body is undergoing rotation with some velocity omega. So as the particle is there on the body, it will also have the same omega as the angular velocity. And here the position of the point is there at some distance r. Okay, due to that particular thing, you can give the expression of the linear velocity and the angular velocity with this relation here. And thereafter, if you can go with the particle, the kinetic energy can be given as half mv square. Now, if the particle is there on the rotating body, okay, if the particle is there on the rotating body, the kinetic energy can be given as half mv square, but we are replacing v as r omega. Okay, now thereafter considering the second particle and large number of particles and the total energy that is available for the rigid body. The entire body will have large number of particles. So just you add all the kinetic energies. This is for the first particle, for the second particle, third particle, and so on. And you take out the common factor and you substitute this factor as I. So what is I? I is the moment of inertia of a rigid body rotating about this particular fixed axis. And thereafter, what is the conclusion for this topic? you are giving the comparison, okay, and you are mentioning that m has been replaced with I and v square has been replaced with omega square. Okay, so this expression gives the translation motion and here this gives the rotation motion. So that is about that topic, and here if we continue with this, I will give the introduction for the rotating body.